Erik Hassles, welcome to Radio Nova, welcome to Nova Stage. Great to have you here.
Kiitos.
That's nice way to start. First of all, this is your first visit to Finland, and although this is you have a small trip here for this today, what kind of experience has it been so far?
So far, it's just as beautiful as my home country, Sweden. No, but I've been working hard today, playing a lot of small shows.
Yeah, lots of promotion. We're going to talk about your new brilliant song, No Words, in a bit. But first of all, let's get started with your history, because at this point, not everyone here in Finland may not know who Erik Hassles is or who you are. So you've mentioned in lots of interviews that you got into music when you were really young, because you had siblings who played everything from like Whitney Houston to Dr. Dre, and soul music was your first love as far as it goes to music. How did you fall in love with soul? What was your first like spark?
I think after my siblings moved out, because they're a lot older than me. Me and my parents would move down to the countryside, to a much bigger place but much cheaper place, because if you move outside of Stockholm, it's cheaper around there. So there I met a friend who had this movie called The Commitments, which is an English movie about a couple of people that start a band together. And in that movie, there's a specific moment where they play a song called Mustang Sally, which is an old soul classic. Yeah. And to make a long story short, my mom and dad always had a dream about doing a venue type of thing, like to have their own venue. And in this house, there was a wood barn, which they rebuilt into like a venue. So for the village and for people in the district to come in the weekends in the summer and get drunk and listen to music and have fun. And when we were watching The Commitments and we heard that song, we went up to my friend's dad's rehearsal space, started playing instruments, and like maybe couple months later, we played our first show there down in the venue. So, but it was that movie actually that was like, when that song came on, we were like, whoa, we gotta go up and try this shit. This is what I want to do, you know? Yeah. So yeah, that was the moment.
Okay. Your musical career sort of kick-started when you were 17 years old. I remember you said that your manager found you when you were like 17, and your first single came out in 2008. How has it been after that? You've released a couple of albums, and what has happened since then?
All these years, man, it just flew by me. But I moved to London then and worked my album there. I lived in London for 1.5 years, and then it's just been hard work. And about 2 years ago, I decided to go to LA and try my chances there, and that was one of the key moments for me. I think that I went there, met a lot of amazing people, and got really inspired, and been writing a bunch of songs since then. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because Sweden, of course, is a big pop country. So, do you see that moving to the States and moving to California, where you are actually living right now, was like a crucial moment in your career? Was it something that you really had to do?
I think so, but that was mainly because I felt a little bit musically lost right before I went. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I was kind of in a no man's like nothing was really moving forward. And I had a meeting with my manager. I'd made an album at that time that I had released in Sweden, but I always wanted to do a soul album, but I needed some experience to be able to do that. But my manager asked me if I wanted to kind of stay in Scandinavia and tour that album, or if I wanted to try and take the chance. He said it would help me to sort out somewhere I could live there and like go to LA and try my own wings a little bit. And that's what I did, and it was revitalizing.
Yeah. Well, lots of people might think that living in the States, living in the LA, living in California might be sort of a glittery life. But how has it been in reality? Is it something like, if there's some up-and-coming artist here in Scandinavia who wants to move there, is it like people think out it would be?
Yeah, I mean, it's it's different if you ask me and if you ask Ray that I play with, who's born and raised in LA, because that's a whole nother experience than it is for most people coming in there, coming to Hollywood and doing the music movie life career thing. If you do that, I think it's pretty much as people think. It's sunny every day, palm trees everywhere. It's kind of stimulating when you. For me, it's been when I've been writing, when I've been trying to create things. It's been really stimulating with that not changing weather and like having, always being able to go to the beach and feel good. Kind of, it's underrated, the sun here in Scandinavia.
Yeah. Of course, you've been, like you mentioned, you've done tons of writing. You've written tons of songs, and of course, one of the songs you've written is "Can't Remember to Forget You," who is a big hit by Rihanna and Shakira, or actually Shakira and Rihanna. But you didn't actually write it originally for them. How did it go? Like you were writing songs and then you put them forward.
Yeah, that song came about right when I got to LA, and I was introduced to a Swedish songwriter named Daniel Ledinsky, who's one of my best friends today, and we started writing a lot together. And that was one of the songs that first came out, and then they started piling up, and that one, I'm on the same label as Shakira in America, so it kind of naturally went into their team, and she wanted to do it. But then it was just like, I didn't hear it. It was like shh about it until 1.5 years later, when I got a text from my friend that her and Rihanna were recording a video for it. So it was super surreal. Yeah.
It sounds kind of funny and weird that you suddenly hear someone sends you a text that, hey, these Rihanna and Shakira are making video song that you wrote. It's like, what?
Yeah, it's crazy. It was crazy. I heard it the first time when it was aired on the radio with them. So it's like, it was cool.
Yeah. Well, of course, your new single, No Words, is a great song. And what can you tell about that song? Because it's kind of a, happy and sad song at the same time. How did you come up with that?
I did it a summer about 2 years ago. It's a summer song. It's supposed to be out now. And I wrote it about a girl that I was liked at that time, and I was like, I was feeling a lot for her, but I knew I wasn't really gonna get her. So it was just like a little bit of a dilemma there, which made the song. So, but for me, it's like it has both very very like euphoric emotions and also kind of sad feelings as well.
Okay. Well, what kind of plans you have for the full length album? Because I know you've been doing it for quite a while.
Yeah, the plan is to get it out in this fall. But that's just what people say. I don't think that. I think it's gonna be too tight. So I think I hope it's gonna be out early 2016.
Okay.
That's what I think, because I'll probably release some more stuff before, but the full album will be released then, I think. Yeah. Unless we're super fast.
Well, you have to be really busy because fall is coming. But as a last question, I know this is a kind of a big question, but Erik, what might be the biggest ambition or dream for you right now, if you think about from this moment?
I mean, to be happy, I think. Yeah. Try and feel good.
Okay. Well, that's a good ambition. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.